Dear plant lovers, join me for a plant tour at a huge plant store in Tokyo. Protoleaf is located in a beautiful suburban neighborhood and serves plant enthusiasts, collectors, and gardeners of the greater Tokyo area. Their remarkable assortment of plants are diverse. Their range includes cacti, succulents, tropicals, indoor trees, flowers, and more. Some of these plants are grown in ways that are uniquely Japanese. Stick around till the very end as we chance upon cheerful and flamboyant blooms taking advantage of this glorious spring afternoon. So we've just disembarked at the Futako Tamagawa station. It's a gorgeous and highly underrated neighborhood. After enduring harsh winter, the wonderful citizens of Tokyo are basking in this early spring sun. Following the Google Map directions as shown on the screen, we veered off the main road to discover a gorgeous residential area that clung onto the traditional Japanese style. If you've watched or read Doraemon growing up, this looks like a neighborhood where Nobita and Shizuka lived. My mom and dad accompanied me on this journey, making this episode even more memorable and meaningful to me. Hi guys, I'm at Garden Island and I'm looking for Protoleaf. It's a plant store, but I got a little bit lost and I think there's an event here called Selections. And I'm gonna keep my voice low and a mask on because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to film here. So if I'm stopped abruptly, that probably means we got kicked out. But I'm gonna try to film as much as we can. Some beautiful succulents here. They're very different from the ones we see back home. These are flowering. Now all of them have like Japanese names, so I'm not going to be able to tell you what they are. I don't think these are echeverias. They might be aeoniums or something else. It's quite beautiful. If you look at it from up above, these are really wonderful as well. Look at that. That light is hitting it just right. And that, I think that is quite popular. I saw someone post this in Indonesia a while back and they sold out really fast. They look like black rose. Quite stunning. And they have that bit of green in the middle. Some sedums. There's some familiar plants, but some that are a bit unfamiliar to me. Some Haworthias. These are really stunning actually. I have a feeling they're quite happy here in Japan because of the climate. Now there's a line here. People are getting tickets, they're getting in line. But the door person told me to come right in. I think this is a line for like an event or like to purchase something that is like limited edition. So yeah, I was allowed inside. Look at all these cactus. A lot of cactus selection here. This is really cute. I think these are Haworthias. Looking glass. Really stunning. I don't know the names for most of these. But I read something like the glass-like appearance is so that they can let light through and into the plant so it can photosynthesize. Now where possible, I'll show you the price because I'm interested to know how much people pay for plants here. That one is 8,800 yen. Gorgeous, man. Look at these. Some caduciforms. I'm sure these are very popular here in Japan. When they grow plants, they grow them as lifelong companions. So these slow growing plants that stay small with interesting characteristics, I think these are the things that Japanese people are really into. And I bet we're gonna see some platyceriums today. That is something that is very trending now. That is really peculiar. 33,000 yen. Interesting. I think it's a euphorbia. Yeah, I see some euphorbia flowers on it. This is like a variegated opuntia. There's like some kind of greenhouse here. Yeah, this is Protoleaf. Maybe we are in the right place, but I'm not sure. It doesn't say where we are. The sign looks different. Or maybe this is a select event. Oh, here are the event flyer. I think this is a second anniversary and there's like discounts on some of them. So maybe we are in the
discount section. Some beautiful agaves up here. And behind we see some aeroids. And this is what a lot of you are familiar with. The variegated Adansonii. Some say this variation come from Japan. This is 24,000 yen. Variegated Alocasia Frydek, 12,000 yen. Some philodendron. I think this is a Paraiso Verde, but the shape looks really, really interesting to me. A lot of these anthuriums, we have a lot of these in Indonesia. Epipremnum. This is Aglonema pictum tricolor. They are very, very hot in Japan. People really value these. 20,000. But there's a few plants living in this pot. And yes, of course, we have platyceriums here. That one, the red lei, is 25,000. And then we have all these beautiful indoor trees. A lot of Scheffleras. And I liked Japanese sensibilities when it comes to indoor trees. They do these bonsai-like shapes and forms. Don't know what this one is. It's stunning as well, 33,000. The Schefflera is 27,000. And they're really manipulated into like a bonsai if you look at that. And a ponytail palm, 88,000. I'm sure they're quite common in a lot of places. They really like the desert-like conditions, that full sun. This is an Anthurium veitchii or a veitchii hybrid. Almost 50,000 yen. Variegated peace lily, variegated ZZ plant. These are variegated Pachura aquatica, 8,800 yen. Really beautiful. They're quite rare in Indonesia, but this is really stunning. And I think that's what people are queuing up for. Yeah, those queue numbers, I see them on the table. So these are probably some interesting variety of succulent. I don't know. Again, it could be aeoniums or something, I don't know. But these people are really excited about it. More Pachura aquatica variegated. I think these are probably grown from seedlings or tissue culture because there's so many of them. But I want to show you some pots here. These are very uniquely Japanese. Very different from what we have back home. Really tempted to bring some home, but my luggage is like super packed. And also I have way too many pots. These are really stunning. You could grow some really interesting plants in these. Yellow variegated monsteras, 66,000. Little cute little doggy. Hi. Is that like a greyhound, like a variegated greyhound? Oh, it's beautiful. That is a beautiful dog. Okay, the variegated Burlemarx, philodendron, 20,000. This is very expensive here. And Amydrium zipalianum, variegated, 40,000. My gosh. This is a variegated monstera. I don't know if you can hear me. It's very commotion-y here. A lot of people are talking. 220,000 for this beautiful variegation. I don't know what the conversion is yet, but it's going to be on the screen. Seems very expensive. Philodendron white knight, 4,400 yen. And this is the Tillandsia section. I really love the decor here. It's quite beautiful. Feel free to slow down and pause the video if you wanted to see some of these. They do label these quite nicely, so all the species name are on here. I really love the way they display these. It's really interesting. It's very different from the way we do it. And look at these beautiful indoor trees. That one has formed a spiral. I'm guessing it was manipulated to look that way. I'm not sure how, but this looks to me like a Ficus triangularis variegated. and some portion has reverted to green, probably from not enough light. Or maybe, you know what, hang on, these are two different plants. The spirally one is coming from the green, and it may not even be a Ficus triangularis. Oh, it is, it's Ficus triangularis. And then there's a second plant that's variegated. The variegated is coming straight up. This is a really interesting form. My gosh, and it's 50% off. Let me check the price. This is 44,000. I mean, this is a very common plant. It's not expensive by any means, but I really don't know how they achieve this wonderful form. All right, and we're entering the store. This is what it looks like on the left-hand side. And we've got more stuff on the right-hand side. It is a Sunday, so everyone is out and about. Philodendron Birkin, 8,800 yen. Beautiful pots too. Yeah, there's a lot of pots and a lot of interesting plant displays, like all these wonderful hangers. Yeah, let's look at these before we look at the actual plants. I have a feeling we'll be here forever. Rhipsalis. I've been seeing a lot of those when I was in Taiwan, so I think those can take a bit of a temperate climate. Some kind of jungle cactus. Yeah, I'm really in love with all these contraptions. You see them hanging? Because I think in Japan, it's so strapped for space here that people have to make use of ceiling space for plants. I guess we're gonna start right here with these Rhipsalis. Dischidia, this 3,300. I have this. I am gonna insert the name on the screen. But this is a very cute Dischidia. We don't have this. 4,400 for this. But I really don't know what Dischidia this is. I've not seen it where I am. Very, very chubby. Wonderful array of jungle cactus as well. This is the Hadiora, fast growing. 40, almost 5,000. This is also 5,000 for this hanging basket. Stunning. Yeah, there's a lot of people moving around. That's really cute as well, all those ceramics. I guess the plant market here is doing really well. People really appreciate them. And by the way, we are in a plant store in the middle of the city, so this is a little bit more expensive. We're gonna visit a garden center a few days later that may be a bit more affordable. Syngonium, erythrophyllum, almost 4,000 yen. Dischidia imbricata, 5,000. A lot of these, we saw these in Thailand in our tours. I wonder how much those are. This is the Hoya carnosa, 4,400 yen. A lot of Hoyas. I guess people appreciate them here. These are the common ones, some Scindapsus trubii, exotica. The Dischidia is almost 4,000 yen. It's a bit pricey if you ask me. Beautiful. The terrarium section. And a lot of these contraptions for terrarium and some of the substrate here and books. Let's look at some of them up close. These are some of the jars. These are already done. So maybe it's a thing that's very popular here in Japan. Maybe also popular in Taiwan. We did see a few terrarium setups there. That's actually really beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, very quickly, let's look at some more terrariums. I think these deserve a few seconds to look at before I show you some really cool begonias down here. How precious. This is 418 yen each. There's a lot of different varieties. They're all still babies. We saw a lot of begonias a few days ago when I was in Taiwan. So if you want to see more begonias, check out those episodes. Some ZZ plants. And this one, it says that it can withstand 5 degrees Celsius weather, I think. 4,400 for a pot jam-packed with so many plants. I think this is fairly good price. Some regular ZZs. Philodendron Black Cardinal. A lot of Birkins. I saw some in the mall too. I think they really love them here. Let me see if I can find the price for it. This is 3,300. Hoya Carrii, variegated, 1,300. Hoya lacanosa. Some cute Sansevierias here. Pingriculus. Yeah, there's a lot of really curious looking plants here. Yeah, and that was a beautiful peperomia. Just trying to decide. Hylia peperomides. This is almost 1,000 yen. Don't know what those are, but I think those are full sun plants. Yeah, some little potential bonsais. These are Scheffleras. I think they stay small. Some alocasias. Really interesting. I have a feeling they were grown for the tuber as well. Yeah, a lot of peperomias here, I see. I think they will do well here in Japan. Peperomias don't need high humidity. They're like a bit cooler climate. Aphelandra squarosa, this is 1,000. Beautiful leaves, but their flowers, my gosh. They have really stunning flowers. Adiantum, 550. I mean, this will be a challenge to grow here. Some interesting peperomias down here. This is either the Tetragona or the Parallel, 770. Yeah, let's have a close-up look at these Caparatas. They look slightly different from what we're used to. 660 yen. Stunning. These are some bonsai. There's cute shapes on these. These are like epipremnums, aureum, and joy. That's a global green. I guess that's a green on green variegation. That one, I think it's says 500, says 880 yen. Yeah, and just so you know, the golden pothos here, this is 550 for this. A bit pricey, but they're difficult to come by here, I can imagine. A lot of really cute pots. My gosh, look at the texture here. This is beautiful. If you come around, there's a lot of really wonderful pots. It's a really interesting ficus. I don't know if this is a Shiveriana. It's about 2,700 yen. The Ficus elastica burgundy is 2,200 yen. Beautiful Hoya. Can't remember which one is this. No, sorry, this is the peperomia. I think this is the peperomia, not a Hoya. And that one is looking really, really beautiful. This is again the Parallel or the Tetragona. Ficus elastica altissima, 3,300. Ruby red, 2,200. These are probably tough as nails. They can probably survive well here in Japan. Male confetti, nice to see you here. This is 1,300. These are Scindapsus, 880. My gosh, pretty expensive here. That's probably the silver lady, if I'm not wrong. Tetrasperma. This one is 2,000. Painted lady, 1,100. Some Philodendron Brazil, 1,300. This is super cute. Now, I said I don't really like the Kokedama, but this is actually quite tastefully done. I see these English ivies all around Japan, especially the variegated. They're supposed to be a little bit invasive, but easy to grow. Really cute. This looks like a little ginseng. I don't know if this is in fact a ginseng. But I'm really curious to see how they manipulate this. This is also spiral. It's a Schefflera. I have a feeling they do use bonsai wire around it to tame it. Very cute begonias in there. And this is, I think, a bear terrarium. It's got its landscaping done in a very basic manner, so you can add your plants later. So if you're trying to half-ass it, trying to be a bit lazy, you can start with something like this. Yeah, and if you see here, this is a Ficus elastica. It's common, but because it's been manipulated, they keep cutting off, keep pruning it, it's bushing out really beautifully. And that is some of the concept behind bonsai. This is really cute too. Large basket of Scindapsus. This is 1300 or 13,000, sorry, but it's trailing rather long. I'm surprised by the price a little bit. It's very, very expensive. But keep in mind, Japanese have a high standard of living. Everything here does cost a bit more, but everything here is grown in a very, very good quality. And also we are in the middle of the city. So huge Aglaonema. Stunning. I think this table shows some of the more potted plants. This is a variegated Schefflera, a 6,000, but it comes with a really cute pot already. And if you look around here, all these plants, they came in pots recommended by the seller. I'm really surprised that the Adiantum here is grown in this rock, because I did speak with a cafe in Taiwan in a few episodes back where they talked about the care of the Adiantum, that they really like something more porous and rocky. So maybe I have kind of figured them out wrong before. They don't want to be in compact soil. Cute Sansevierias. This is the potting medium section. There's like, I don't know what you call it. It's like info adverts. And these are like instructions. Japanese people are very good about creating these diagrams or instructions. Like when you go to like a restaurant, they'll tell you how to mix your dipping sauce, and people do follow them. So there's an art in that. Pumice, perlite. This seems to be like a kind of PD type mix, or maybe cocoa peat. Now, I'm not sure what's happening here, but there's water movement, and I think these are probably propagating away. Yeah, I think they're living in semi-hydro. I don't know what the other is a cute little pilea. Don't know what the deal is with all these trays. Maybe they were grown in a semi-hydro manner. Let me see. Yeah, they're growing in this like almost akadama type medium. Here again, the beautiful peperomia, Tradescantia, Zebrina, very shiny, silvery. It says it's 880 yuan here per plant. Yeah, and people are buying them up like, okay, I don't know if you can see on the tray. I think people are buying them, and then they're putting them in these contraptions with the original media, so they're grown semi-hydro. That is my guess. And there's a lot of selections here for pots, and like these would probably, let me pick one up. This will probably fit one of that. Yeah, interesting. So these are destined to be grown in a semi-hydro manner. This is why they look like this. Very cute. Interesting concept. It's interesting, I think, because like Japanese people, they have very busy lifestyles. They spend a lot of time. These are perfect samples. They spend a lot of time outside. They're very social people in general. So these plants, this kind of plant care, and also more sterile because they're not using any soil. This really works for them. Interesting. Learned something new today. And we are coming up the escalator to the top floor. Damn, there's more stuff here. Cute Padiceriums greeting us the minute we come up. This is 5,000 yen. Padiceriums are very trending in Japan. This is 2,000 yen. They're already in their kokodamas. And also in Taiwan. And I learned some care tips for Platyceriums. A few episodes back, check out that episode. Adiantums, I'm surprised they are doing okay in here. We're in very low humidity environment. So I don't know, man. I mean, a lot of people are saying that they can't keep these alive for some reason. I think humidity is not the biggest issue in keeping these alive. Really interesting. They look like little cabbage here. So much Platycerium. And I also know that they're coming into tissue culture. So yeah, I don't know if the Western world will ever catch up with the Platycerium craze, but they're quite big here. And this is also very popular here. It is some kind of fern with a black patio. I forgot the name. I killed mine. But this one's 550 yen. This is actually super cute. The Platyceriums. A really good way to use your wall space. It's really nice here. There's a bit of a shade from direct sunlight, but it's very, very bright. A lot of trees here. Look at that. And people are just seriously shopping, looking around. I love this atmosphere. I wish we could spend more time here. And thank you so much, by the way, for coming with me on these trips as I travel more to show you what other growers look like in different cities, different countries, different cultures. I'm learning a lot. I'm having a great time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do consider doing so. It really, really helps me out a lot. It really does. I work so hard on these videos. It's the least you can do. And if you are subscribed, do consider commenting in these videos. I don't know what's happening here. There's like a lady sitting. I think this is a landscaping service. Yeah, these are some of the portfolio of what they have done. Interesting. Yeah, it's so cool that they have their own landscaping service here. Super cute setup. It's a beautiful spring day outside. Now this is not my territory. I really don't know pretty much any of these plants. I think they are winter hardy plants that can take very, very cold temperature. They probably need the 4 seasons to survive. But I love being here now. And thank you, Japan, for hosting us. And Protoleaf, I know I did not get extensive permission to film here, but I came with good intent. These are olive trees. And I do want to encourage people to come visit when they are in town. If you're a plant lover, you don't really have to buy anything. If you're just a visitor from overseas, and you can get some pots, spend a day here with your family. Look at all these people. Everyone's happy around plants, and that makes us happy too, right? Marigold Creek cannot survive in my climate. 2,000 yen. This is so cute, you guys. Look at this. I think there's people having conversations. Oh man. Wow. I think these are rosemary, if I'm not wrong. Could be wrong. Could be lavender? I don't know. You tell me. Look at that. These are very peculiar. Oh man. And I'm sure there's like garden centers that, yeah, I think these are all lavenders, if I'm not wrong. These are plants that I cannot grow to save my life in my climate. Look at how beautiful they are here. There must be some kind of greenhouse that supports this amount of stock in Japan. It's very difficult to get access to them. The language is one issue. But if anyone watching this has access to any greenhouse here in Japan, I would love to come back to show people more strawberries back here. I would love to bring my audience to see some of these growing facilities here and to see more plant material, plant contents. Yeah, these are all herbs, I think. Oh yeah, and these baby sakura, I think these are doing better than the ones we saw downstairs. Those were probably clearance plants. 2,750. This is cute and it's flowering quite beautifully now. Back inside, Nepenthes, Sarracenia. This is cute. This is 2,000 yen. Sarracenia, 2,750. Some ferns, footed fern, 13,000 for this large basket. I have the same fern. I think this is like a peculiar section here. That's a photo of what it should look like. And I think a lot of Japanese restaurants have fake plastic ones of these. Don't know what the name is. But I also see a lot of really interesting bonsai. I have zero experience with bonsai, but I'm learning to appreciate them more and more because I know they take time and a lot of effort. Look at all these bonsai wire. They take a lot of effort and skill and patience. And back there, this is really cute, the one that's flowering. This is a wonderfully curated plant store, I must tell you that. And again, I did not have permission to film here. I hope they're okay with it. And that is the city. If you want to see the view of the city, I will have a Tokyo vlog as well to show you the rest of the travel on my personal channel, so stay tuned for that. Look at all these plant people, my kind of people. Just out here enjoying the plants. These are like landscaping, outdoor type plants. I really want to spend more time here, but I know some of you all are not interested in these kinds of plants. I think we are done with the tropical house plants. So if you want to click out of this video, I won't be offended. But if you want to stick around, we can see some beautiful and interesting varieties. Look at this one here. I think this is a daisy, 550, but look at the intense coloration on these. And the one below that is so stunning. Man, like a whole pot of this. This is actually a very good price, 550 for a pot this lush. A lot of really interesting daisies here as well. But these I think will only live temporarily in this season. I don't think they'll survive summertime. I think these are cyclamens. Gorgeous leaves. Could be wrong, I don't know. Someone commented before that these are cyclamens, but it could be something else. They're very foreign to me. Ooh, you okay, little one? Stunning. This is stunning. My gosh. Beautiful. The flower to leaf ratio is really quite something. These are gorgeous, man. Look at that. Stunning. Beautiful blooms, man. Now I know why everyone is out. I mean, not just the fact that it's a Sunday now, but people are out here to enjoy all these plants. I don't think they will look like this in the winter time. And also in Japan, summer is sweltering hot. So I don't think they will look this good. Look at this, 2,000 yen for these. This is also very peculiar. Stunning. I think I've spent enough time here, and I want to thank you guys for sticking all the way to the end of the videos. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for watching this episode. Stay subscribed. Comment down below. It will really help me out a lot. Send this video a like. And I'm sending much love out to the universe. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Patreon members, for supporting the channel. Should you consider joining as a member, the Patreon link is Sean from Only Plants. It can also be found in this video description. I've started producing bonus contents for members. These include plant hauls, plant shopping, and mini bite-sized adventures. The same bonus contents will also be unlocked for you if you join to become a YouTube member of the channel. There is a monthly membership fee as small as a cup of coffee a month. Simply go to Only Plants channel page and click join. Your contributions help me grow the channel, do better content, and have a better quality of life. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.